What's up, everybody? Kaos Darksol here, back for day number 10 of my Pokemon TCG Online Daily Duels series. And today I will be using the second theme deck of the Pokemon Breakthrough expansion, the Night Striker deck, featuring Noivern, although really it should either be featuring Gengar or Zoroark, because those are the two main Pokemon that really do the work in this deck. I have actually used this deck quite a bit last night. I didn't get to record it because, there's people at the house and it's loud, there's noise going on. And of course, I start recording and I have to go against this stupid Yveltal deck. There's two decks that really kind of work well against this deck. One being this Yveltal deck, and the other one being the Pangoro deck from Furious Fists. Mostly because they both have dark and fighting types in them, and the main weaknesses of this deck are dark and fighting. And that's mostly because Noivern is terrible, and Noivern's not bad, he's just kind of difficult to set up, and in order to use his attack, you have to discard an energy. So every turn, you have to discard an energy. Just kind of annoying. But I do have Teddiursa, and Ursaring's actually a pretty good card to use in this deck as well, along with Gengar and Zoroark. Zoroark, I think, is one of the best cards that's not an EX or break in the Breakthrough expansion. Gengar's pretty good too. It can knock out anything that has 250 or 200. What am I saying? It can knock out anything that has 3 or more damage counters on it, which is amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and use this reserve ticket, get Tails, so I'm not going to use the reserve ticket at all. Now, this Dunsparce has free retreat cost, so if he wants to go out to Timber and possibly take me out in one hit, he's able to do that with no problem. Which is probably what he's going to do. If he uses his pummel attack and gets heads, I'm done. Noibat's here, Noibat resists, but still. Like I said, Noibat's really not all that great. But he's taking his time, he's deciding what to do. He's going to play Sandile. And I'm really hoping that I can actually show off this deck. I really, really would like to. But if I get a bad matchup, I get a bad matchup. So, right here, he's at least going to do 40 to me. If he gets heads on Pummel, he knocks me out. So he doesn't get heads, which is nice. I'm going to have to go ahead and play Ghastly. I'm going to just build up Ghastly because I already know how this deck works. I wanted to use it quite a bit beforehand, so I knew how it worked. Ghastly and Noibat do both resist fighting, which is good. So that with Girder, if he gets heads, he's only doing 10 damage to me. If he gets tails, he does no damage. So Teddiursa's going to go down. Unfortunately, Teddiursa and Ursaring's not going to come into play. I do find that Ursaring is good against the Mental Might deck. I hate this. I hate this. Really, I get Ursaring right after. So I could use heads right here. He's going to go to sleep and get poisoned. So, of course, he wakes up first turn, because, again, just my luck. But we'll see what we can do. I'm going to continue to build up Noibat while I have Girder that's not really able to do much to my Ghastly. Unless, of course, he has Switch and switches to Sandile. But I don't know if he does. See, that's the good thing about the theme deck battling, is once you've done it enough, you know what people have in their decks. You know, if you've faced off against this Yveltal deck enough, you know that it has the Sandile line, it has... I don't think it has Conkeldurr, I think it only goes up to Girder, it has Dunsparce, it has Yveltal, obviously. There's a couple things that you know it has. So you aren't like, ooh, is he going to do this, is he going to do that? You know he's not going to evolve into Conkeldurr if there's no Conkeldurr to evolve to in the deck. Now he's going to be inactive. Okay, he's not going to be inactive. I don't want to win by inactivity. I want to win by winning with Gengar and Zoroark, maybe Noivern if I have to. So you're going to use Pummel, you're going to get Heads, which means you do 20 damage. Then you're going to take 20, or you're going to take 10. Then you got a Dark Energy that I'm going to play on Noibat. I gotta hope that I can get Noivern to do some damage. And I'm going to continue to try to put him to sleep if I can. But, of course, 2 turns in a row, I get to put him to sleep, and then he wakes up the first turn. So, if I could just keep him asleep... I mean, I have 2 chances of him not attacking me. Either he stays asleep, or Pummel gets Tails. So, I just have to wait, and hope he gets Tails. Okay, there. We get Tails. He does nothing to me. Doesn't even show the resistance in 0. We get Skyla, which is good. I'm going to play Skyla here, and I think I'm going to get Giovanni's Scheme. Giovanni's Scheme has 2 effects. One either allows you to draw cards until you have 5 in your hand. The other effect is that you can do an extra 20 damage per turn. I have personally never actually used it for the 20 damage. 3 turns in a row that he wakes up on his turn. I've never actually used it for the 20 damage in this deck. To be fair, there is only one of in this deck, so I don't really get all the opportunities to use it anyways. I don't know if he's going to use Hammer In. Well, he probably will. It'll take me out and discard the top card of my deck, which is unfortunate. It's a Psychic Energy, it's fine. So Noibat's gonna come out. I need to draw a card that's actually gonna get played. Nope. Well, kind of, but no. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this, and I'm gonna play Giovanni's Scheme, and I'm gonna draw cards until I have 5 in my hand, and I actually get Noivern. So, oddly enough, we're gonna see Noivern get used. Sucks that I have to discard an energy when he really only had like 30 HP. I could have actually just used Noibat and Giovanni's Scheme to do 20 extra damage, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm going to assume going to want to send out Sandile. Sandile can actually do damage. I do have Ralts that I can start building up. This deck has Ralt and Kirlia. There's no Gardevoir or Gallade, which is fine. That's just how theme decks work. It's like a building block. They give you the tools to start out with, and then you have to expand upon it. So, he's got Krokorok, which I can still take out in 1 hit. Crunch does have the ability to discard an energy off of me, I think. But it's okay, because I do also have that Psychic Energy in my hand. Meaning I can take out Krokorok no matter what. So I just have to wait for him to attack. He's going to play Shauna, so he's Not ready to attack just yet. I don't know if maybe he's looking for another energy so he can do 60 damage. Which would actually be maybe a better idea. I don't know. It's got the Yveltal. That's another unfortunate thing, is Yveltal has 130 HP, meaning I can't take it out in one hit. Okay, so he's gonna go for Crunch. He gets Tails, so I don't lose an energy. I'm gonna play Ralts, because why not? And I might as well play Pokemon Fan Club to get... I'm gonna get Zorua, and I'm gonna get Cresselia. Cresselia is pretty decent, although I don't think I'm gonna be using it. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and just put the energy on Noivern, so I still have the extra energy, and we'll get rid of the Psychic and get a prize, which is Wobbuffet, which is another card that it's not great, but it does have its uses, and first theme deck battles can put up a good fight, or even be a good wall in some cases. So I know what this Yveltal does. Its first attack, Oblivion Wing, does 30 damage and allows him to put a dark energy from his discard pile onto one of his benched Pokemon. So I would assume that's what he's going to do here. It's what I would do. It's just the smart thing to do. But we'll see. See, this guy, he likes to play out his moves. He likes to do as much as he can at once. But I have some ideas here. Yeah, okay, yeah. We got Kirlia. I'm going to go ahead and play this Fisherman that allows me to get up to 4 energies out of my discard pile. And I'm going to go ahead and play a Psychic Energy on Kirlia. And I'm going to go ahead and Air Slash for 120 damage. Because most likely what he's going to do is he's going to want to play another Dark Energy on Yveltal and use Darkness Blade to take me out. If for whatever reason he decides not to do that, and go for the Oblivion Wing, I can just attach another energy to Noivern and take him out next turn. Otherwise I'm going to build up Kirlia. Okay, that's actually unfortunate, because now Kirlia may not be able to take Yveltal out in one hit. Yeah, I don't know about that. We'll see what I draw, I guess. Oh, he played a Fighting Energy on Dunsparce. Okay, so that's fine. Because he can't use Darkness Blade, and with the update they got rid of the undo button to kind of make it more of a competitive feel, because in the actual TCG game, if you do something, you can't just be like, oh wait, take it back. So I'm going to put a Dark Energy on Sandile, that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and put Psychic Energy on Noivern, and Air Slash for the kill. Get a prize card, which is a Zorua, which is not something I need, which is why my hand's building up, because like the Inkay, there's no Malamar in this deck, so Inkay is kind of useless. Wobbuffet I don't really need to use as a wall. If I need a wall, I have Cresselia, who has 110 HP. And what I would like to do is build up the Zorua, but there's only one Zoroark in this deck, and sometimes it tends to be a prize that makes it a little harder to get out if I don't have it in the deck. You don't have too many options of getting Pokemon out. But we'll see what he does. We'll see. Dunsparce only has 40 HP. I don't really see the point in trying to get rid of it with Noivern. So he's going to attack me and do 90 damage. Oh, it does more damage for the damage counters on me. I thought it did more damage depending on the damage counters for Dunsparce. Okay, that's fine. We're going to go ahead and play Kirlia. We're going to go ahead and play Teddiursa on the bench. And I'm going to put another Psychic Energy here. Try to take this thing out. Nope. I'm going to do 30 damage to it. See, that could have been useful for, like, Giovanni's scheme, but I probably would have just risked going for 2 heads over using Giovanni's scheme to guarantee, well, to possibly guarantee a knockout, because I could have also gotten 2 tails and wasted Giovanni's scheme there. But I'm sure Giovanni's scheme is a good card. It's a supporter card that I enjoy using. He's gonna either do 20 or 30 to me, or 20 or 50. Okay, 50 is kind of a... But he only does 20. He does resist, so... I'm going to start playing some energies on Teddiursa, actually, and going ahead for the quick turn. I do get 2 tails. It is possible to get 2 tails and to not do any damage. It's unfortunate, but it happens. That's why I'm going to power up Teddiursa. If I can power up Teddiursa, even this Timber is not really too much of a problem. If I can get 4 energies on, I know 4 energies is a lot, but trust me, I've used Ursaring to great effect in this deck before. He's going to go ahead and use Ram again. I need at least 3 energies to use Ursaring, which is only 1 if I feel the need to. If he doesn't put another energy on Sandile to take me out, I can use Beckon to get a supporter card from my discard pile into my hand, and I can get the Fisherman back to get 4 energy cards from my discard pile into my hand, which is very helpful. So he doesn't put another energy up. We're going to see if I can... Okay, I do not get another energy, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play Wobbuffet on the bench. I'm going to go ahead and use Beckon to get Fisherman. And that'll end my turn, because that was an attack. It's not an ability. That should also kind of set him up to think he's safe to just attack. I don't know for sure. Yep, he goes, okay, he doesn't do anything, he just attacks. Which, kind of what I wanted him to do. I wanted to, like, lure him into a false sense of security. We're going to go ahead and play Teddiursa now. And we get a Noibat, which isn't useful. We're going to play Fisherman. We're going to get 4 energies, doesn't matter which, because Teddiursa is colorless. Although we do kind of want to save the dark energies for Zorua, just in case we need to use Zorua with his Moonless Madness, which does it confuses the opponent. There's no coin flip, it just straight up confuses, which is very nice. So at this point, he doesn't have much he can do besides send out Sandile again. 1 energy, and I'm able to take out any of his Pokemon in 1 hit. If he decides to play Yveltal again, Swing Around could potentially knock it out in one hit. It does 80 plus 40 more. You get to flip 2 coins, 40 damage more for each heads. So, could potentially take him out by getting 2 heads. I know it's a lot, but it's happened. Nurturing does have 130 HP. If it so happens that he discards an energy from me, I can just use Drag Off, which, okay, he's gonna apparently go straight for the Darkness Fang. Otherwise, I don't see why he would have played another energy. Now, I know Crocodile is in this deck, so I know that I want to get rid of this Krokorok as fast as possible. I'm going to go ahead and play Ghastly on the bench, play another energy, and Swing Around, which I don't need any heads right now because it does 80 damage, and he already had 40 on him, so that's another knockout. Timber cannot damage me without having 2 energies. Inkay and Zorua can't do 70 damage to me at once. So I'm actually going to win a duel. Unfortunately, this duel has taken a bit, so I think I'm only going to do this one. If you guys have enjoyed this deck, make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to let me know in the comment section, and I will definitely use it again because I enjoy using this deck. After last night's using of it, I enjoyed it probably more than the Burning Spark deck. So let me know, hit the like button, leave a comment, subscribe, and it may be featured again on another Daily Duels. I will see you guys next time. Bye.